Welcome to the Carnival of Horrors, the set review, well, scenario review, for this standalone expansion. All right, so in this one, we're all in Italy. It's the Carnival. We're walking around in a circle because Italians, you might not know this, can only walk in circles.
Can only turn right.
They're summoning up some sort of tentacled monstrosity known as, what's his nuts? What's his name? How do you pronounce? Where is he? Where is he, Travis? I can't find him. There is not him.
It's okay. He doesn't really exist anyway.
He should be in there.
Did I take? Am I having a stroke? Can I not find him?
Maybe I left him here. And get talking about stuff.
Yeah, so we summon they summon a big monstrosity after a certain point, and we have to go around and save a bunch of innocent carnival goers. Canadathqua?
There's a lot of vowels.
Yeah,
I mean, a lot of consonants together.
Yeah.
It's that guy.
Yeah, he is the big final boss. For the first part, you're walking around the carnival and attempting to find masked carnival goers. You can look before the ones you see, or you can
no one does that.
You can just go and flip them.
The whole story is that there's like a cult who's gonna do a ritual to summon this guy, and you have to pick out and try and bring this innocent revelers, people who are just there to have a good time, to the church.
So 3 of the 7 are innocent revelers that your goal is to return them to the church before they die. And then the other 4 are these very scary Italian people.
They're not that scary. We played this one relatively recently, and we killed
We did.
Mark killed like 3 of them.
We did do a lot of killing, but at the same time, this one is still very hard.
It is very
and
hard.
it's all has to do with the limited movement.
Yeah. So anyway, if you play green cards, that's not a real problem.
Yeah.
This is like the only expansion where I think green is actually better at something than like anybody else.
Yellow might be better than...
Yellow's good, but green's got cards that can move you anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty fair.
Which is very helpful for this one because...
I mean, like yellow, if you build
like,
a yellow deck with the interest of moving around, it might be better.
Okay,
but...
sure, yellow's real good at it too.
Yeah.
But...
Yeah, because how
You're
it
more
works...
likely to be playing all of the green cards than the yellow ones. Because green cards kind of shit.
Yeah.
What ends up happening is that there always ends up being a choke point where the big monsters are sitting, and then you're like, I am the person who finds clues. And the person who kills these monsters is all the way over there. So I'm just going to sit here. Oh, wait, this guy can move to fight me. I'm going to die.
Well, that totally happened last time.
Yeah.
You were like, oh no, there's like 2 guys over here. Carrigan's over on the other side with like 3 unique enemies.
Yeah.
Because
there's also these ones like this guy. Where's the one? There's this guy comes.
And
the pole man walks around.
Deceptively strong.
Yeah, you look at him like you're like 4 attack, 4 health, 2 foot. 2 foot, that's nothing.
Yeah.
But then
4 attack, you're like that's not bad. And like 4 health means that's like 2 or 3 attacks.
Yeah. And there's a bunch of the tentacles, which are probably the easiest part, just because 2 attack, 2 health. 1 machete is really good at just chopping right through that.
Machete is actually like pretty not good here. It's very easy.
Yeah,
to get
you are often engaged by more than 1 monster at a time.
Trench knife from the newest expansion we did here.
It would.
And then there's the Carnival Sentinel, which is just 3/3/3. He just spawns opposite from you, which can really hurt another player. Randomly. Like, the difficulty of this one, once again, comes just from the very novel moving mechanic. And
it's hard to get where you want to be.
Yeah. And then there's a bunch of things that just will eat innocent revelers as they come up and also hurt you in the process. There's things that cause everything to move around. So if you learned anything about the masked carnival goers, which we never do, so we never actually...
Yeah, so it's not a problem. It's like this card doesn't exist.
Never get punished for that. He said last time we just immediately flipped all 4 unique enemies.
I mean, it wasn't really a punishment. We got 4 XP for it.
Yeah, paid for it, I guess.
Yeah, there's just like a bunch of stuff that goes with that. And then...
Mark only died a little bit.
There also...
Oh, no, Justin died.
Justin died.
I've died twice now.
Justin dies a lot.
Yeah. Well, that's what Min does. She's in the front lines, unlike the soldier.
Excuse me.
And there's also this one, the Lost in Venice, with the peril of you must either take 2 horror or move to the location across from you. This one actually can be beneficial.
Often beneficial,
yeah. It's just
a lot of the time,
bye.
moving to the other side is much closer to where you want to be than where you currently are.
When you return, there's also some ways. Some of the locations, some of them punish you for moving in them. Some of them are when they're like, this one is after you enter it, you draw a card, so there's a benefit there. After you leave it, take 1 horror. After you leave this one, lose 1 action. That one is very easy to time around. You can just kind of go like this, but sometimes you can't, and you just have to get out of here. There is Streets of Venice, which allows you to move into. It allows you to move to the next location for free. So there's a lot of alternate options in the game, and there also is.
There's the Abyss.
There's the
One of
Abyss.
our deck, so we can't show her to you.
As an action that you can move into her location or out of her location.
Like as a reaction or whatever, a lightning bolt, you can move into or out of her location.
But then at a certain point, you finish the fight, and it is just you against this guy as you're trying to row away in a boat.
Yep.
And that's when the game gets a completely different from the first little bit, where you have to. Oh, yeah, there's also the Masked Reveler underneath one of the.
Reveler. Oh yeah, that guy is scary.
Yeah, this guy shows up, kind of like the Midnight Masks, hiding underneath one of the act cards, and just wants another very hard dude. 5 health per person. And after he moves from the hunter keyword, you reveal a token. If it's a symbol token, apart from the Elder Sign, he moves again. So that can once again just really mess it up.
You get the gondola.
You get on the gondola.
It's just you guys on the gondola and this boy.
And it's your choice to either fight or row away.
It's not really a choice.
It also summons a lot of tentacles. Only tentacles, because you just look at the mill the top 4.
Yeah, you mill the top 5.
And
each player does, and then you get all the tentacles that were there.
And then, it's just about rowing away and moving out far enough so it doesn't attack the carnival goers.
It's actually a lot more tense than it sounds.
It is. It very feels like, just like row. And when we were playing, it was row, 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 and then fucking Min just gets knocked out and she's just dead in the boat.
Yeah, it's because like she smuggled the cultist into the boat with her. Like it was her own fault.
It was.
Not this.
But it's a very thematic conclusion to an already very thematic encounter. And I'll never forget what Travis said to me on New Year's Eve when he was really drunk and he played this one. He said 5 out of 5. Carnival of Horrors, 5 out of 5.
It's very good.
It's very good. And he did not let me down. When he described that to me, my hopes were high. Nah, I was not disappointed. So, I trust Travis to the ends of the earth now when it comes to this.
I'm not sure I'd call it a 5 out of 5 anymore, having played, seen what they were doing with Carcosa and Dunwich.
Yeah.
At the time, it was by far the most
it was easily,
the coolest one.
Yeah. I mean, I still think it's up there,
Oh, yeah, it's definitely up there, but we'll get to that.
Yeah. Well, I think, in my opinion, the theme is, for me, still a 5, but I'm, willing to hear your guys' thoughts. And
I'm pretty comfortable in this one. A 5. It feels like you're in a party.
Yeah,
there's people
you're struggling to move through a crowd, and you can only move with the flow of it and not against it.
Cool. Yeah.
The only nitpick I could say is I think there's probably a few too many just random enemies in the deck, and not enough things that punish you you're part of a party. And
I would definitely agree with that as well.
But I think that was part of initially their initial design process with many monsters and every encounter.
Yeah. Yeah, and they've gotten away from that, which is great. Fun. Is this one fun? Yeah, I think it's very fun, but it's in my opinion, a little bit too stressful sometimes to be fun.
I was going to say, this one's it's not a 5, it's probably a 3.5-ish.
I would also give it a 3.5. I feel like
there's definitely some frustrating things that come up, and sometimes it's very despairing to look at.
Yes. Yeah.
And sometimes,
I think that's pretty fair.
The game just kind of screws you over a bit. They're like, oh, you like to get the gondola place, or the docks, or whatever, and you're like, I'm on the other side of 3 enemies on you, man.
Yeah.
And the other 2 people are just I guess we'll wait here for you.
Yeah, and just spend actions, getting resources. And
yeah.
I haven't drawn my weakness yet, so I don't know if I want to draw a card.
Are you here yet?
Difficulty. I think
this one's got a 4 or 4.5.
It's very difficult. Even with our decks, which are quite strong and focused, it was still...
It was very close.
Yeah.
We failed it a couple times back then. We were much worse at deck building, I think, in general.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And just not quite as good at playing the game.
Had a smaller card pool as well.
Yeah. A couple months ago, 6 months ago, I might have given this a 5. But especially having played...
I don't think it's harder than Lost in Time and Space.
Yeah, so I was going to say, I haven't played that one, it's not a 5, for sure.
I mean, but like, it's also, I think a 4 would be a good number, because when we were doing it a few weeks ago, at the point when there was all those monsters, in the back of my head, I was like, oh, why did I suggest spending experience to come here?
Like,
It's just going to be an awful place.
Like, we might lose this. Like,
yeah, with decks that were,
good.
Yeah, so I think a 4 is a number, but it's not a total team wipe potential like...
I agree. 4 is a number.
Yeah, 4 is a number. Overall, what do we think of Carnival?
I guess a solid 4.
Yeah.
When it came out, I would have given it a 5 out of 5. It was easily the best encounter at that point.
Yeah, I'd go...
Now, especially with like some of the Carcosa ones that are...
They're really knocking out
quite good.
Those.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, I'd go 4. My personally would be 4.5, but 4 is cool with me for this one. And I mean, I feel like that's Carnival of Horrors.
Yeah, it's nice. He's one that's small. I mean, there's definitely frustrating parts to it, but
like,
overall, it's very solid. It's enjoyable to go through. It's
and like,
challenging.
if this is, if you play them in the order that they come out, this one will change your mind. Like, just open your mind to what Arkham Horror the card game can be. Because like, you'll play Midnight Mask, which is cool, Devour Below, which is cool, and then Curse of the Ruguro, that one's nice, and then this one you're like...
and you're like, man, that was hard.
Yeah. And then you're like, oh wow, this one's something else.
You're supposed to win.
Yeah. And you get cool masks.
Which
but the majority of them are, they're all on our decks right now.
Yeah.
Which
are not here.
Yeah. Well.
I mean, they are, but I don't want to pick them. Shh. Not here.
That's Carnival of Horrors. Thanks for watching. I'm excited to do the Path to Carcosa ones. I'm just excited for more Path to Carcosa.
It's like another 4 or 5 months.
I don't want to wait. Come on, Fantasy Flight. Just do it. Just charge Travis's credit card more and have it also release like Legend of the Five Rings.
6 packs in 6 weeks again, sure. I would actually prefer they gave me like 6 packs in 6 weeks, but like every 6 months or whatever.
Yeah.